Hello everyone, I just want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Today is Monday, April the 4th, and it's just a little past midnight, and I am going to just share another dream that I had. I had this dream, it will now be day before yesterday, so it was actually on the 2nd. It was actually the morning of the 2nd. Um, Now, this dream involves a celebrity, and I was questioning whether I should. Normally, I don't release names when the Lord gives me a dream about a celebrity. But in this situation, because of the dream and because I feel like the Lord really wanted to get a message to this person through me and through this dream, I'm going to release it. Um, okay, so again, this dream was had on April the 2nd, and in the morning. I had awakened, and then I fell back to sleep. Um, okay, so the dream, as I stated, involves celebrity, and although that specific celebrity was not in the dream. Okay, um, so the dream opens where I am in like a nightclub setting. I'm pretty sure it was a nightclub setting because there was like a lot of people and the music was really loud. Uh, so we're in a nightclub setting, um, and it opens up where I'm following. Uh, okay, so the rapper ASAP. Uh, he's leading me through the crowd. That's how the dream opens. And we finally get to a place where we stop. And when we stop, it was like already kind of known that I wanted to say something. I needed to say something to him. So he's leading me through the crowd, and we finally get to a place where I can speak to him, but the music is so loud that I literally, like, his ear is to my mouth. I'm literally having to like speak very closely to his ear because of the loud music in the background. And I say to him, I need to get a message to Rihanna. And when I say this to him, I'm like overwhelmed with emotion. Like, I'm on the verge of like literally weeping. Uh, in that moment, I felt just like the compassion of God. I don't know how else to describe it. I have had this happen before, not just in a dream, but in the natural. Um, okay, and let me preface that also by saying, prior to having this dream, like I was surfing the web, uh, YouTube, and I saw a story concerning her, and it said like I I I was ashamed. And when I clicked on the YouTube video, it was basically saying that the reason she hid her pregnancy was because she was ashamed. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Of course, you can't believe everything that's on in social media, uh, but that's what the story basically depicted. So, like, I saw that earlier that evening. Um, so anyway, back to the dream. So in the dream, like I said, I was speaking to her boyfriend slash fiance, ASAP Rocky, the rapper. And I told him when we got to a stopping point, I'm yelling in his ear because I'm trying to make sure he hears me above all the noise in the background, the music. And I let him know. I said, look, I said, I need to get a message to Rihanna. And in saying that, I'm on the verge of tears. I'm so overwhelmed with emotion and so overwhelmed with just the compassion of God. I mean, I literally felt it in the dream. And and let me just preface that by saying, like, I'm not a crier by nature. Like, I am a sensitive person, but very few people see me cry. Um, really, probably only the Lord sees me cry. And when it happens, like it was happening in that dream, like, I know it's the Lord. The only time I really can cry like that and weep like that is when I'm in the presence of God. Um, so I just felt, like I said, just the overwhelming compassion of the Lord uh, for her, and just knowing I needed to get this message to her. And so I tell ASAP, I tell him that, and then I tell him, I said, uh, the Lord does not want her walking in shame. And that was pretty much what I told him. And as I'm telling him this, like I said, I'm very emotional. I feel the presence of God. I feel the compassion of the Lord. Um, the other thing that I discerned while I was in the dream, uh, I discerned something about him. And like after he led me through the crowd and he leaned down so that I could speak to him, he kind of like had his hand like on my back so that he could hear me, and he was leaning down so that I could, because I was telling him in his ear because of how loud the music was, what I needed to, the message I needed to get to her. And so what I discerned in the dream about him is that he's a very kind person. Um, I felt extremely comfortable speaking with him. And I'm not normally very comfortable around men because I haven't been around a whole lot of men. Uh, but I felt extremely at ease in speaking with him. And like, there was nothing like sexual or anything. Like I said, he had his hand on like my back, but it was a gesture of kindness, not like something sexual or anything like that. Um, But I just discerned that he was a very, very kind person, like at his core, very a good person, a kind person, uh, a loving person. Um, I just discerned it in the spirit while I was speaking with him, just based on how he handled me. Let me put it that way. And what I want to say about that is, I don't know anything about him. I really don't know a whole lot about Rihanna either. I know who she is. I've been listening to a lot of her music lately. Um, but I don't know anything about him. I don't even know like any of his music. And I don't know what type of image he he projects, but I know when the Spirit of God reveals something about someone, that is their true nature, irregardless as to what image they may have in the public eye. And because I've had this happen more than once, where God has allowed me to discern, to encounter people like in a dream, and have a knowing about what kind of person they are, I trust what God showed me about him, irregardless as to what maybe his image is. God will reveal to you the true heart of an individual, uh, their true nature. And that's what I discerned about him in the dream, that he was very kind, uh, very loving, uh, just a good person at his core, irregardless as to what maybe he projects or what image he has. Um, okay, and then the last thing that I discerned in the dream, and I'm not sure if I actually said this to him, but I just remember knowing it while in the dream, and it was that they were going to be amazing parents, that they were going to be really good parents. And again, I don't know if I actually said that to him in the dream, but I definitely discerned it while I was in the dream, that they were going to be amazing parents. And that's pretty much the dream. So, should Rihanna see this video, or ASAP, I really, I really just believe this was the Lord. And again, to Rihanna, the Lord wants you to know that He does not want you walking in shame. Now, in the dream, I perceived that it was because of your pregnancy. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but whether it's related to your pregnancy or perhaps something else in your life that has happened, that maybe the enemy may be trying to make you feel ashamed of. He often tries to shame us, to make us feel ashamed. I've had my own experience with that. And the only thing that I would leave you with is that the Bible says that Jesus bore our shame and our sorrow, and he nailed it to the cross. And if he bore our shame, then that means you don't have to. It's already been taken care of. Whether it's pertaining to your pregnancy or whether it's pertaining to something else in your life or from your childhood that the enemy may, you know, be trying to make you feel ashamed. Uh, just reject that feeling, and know that God has already forgiven you and taken care of that for you. So the Lord just wanted me to let you know He doesn't want you walking in shame. That's not your portion. So I believe that's all I have to say. Again, you don't ever know if social media is what's true, what's not. But that is what triggered the dream. And again, because of what I felt so strongly in the dream, this urgency to get this message to her, I believe it was the Lord. But if it's not, if it doesn't apply to you, then so be it. But I feel like I did what the Lord wanted me to do. And maybe I missed him. I don't know. But that's all I have to say. God bless you guys. And thank you for listening.